What's up, guys? So I shared that last post, or the last two posts, because I've been working on the idea and the concept of self-sabotage. And it's obviously work I do with my clients, it's work I do with myself, and it's work that I'm currently doing in the Glow Getter Box subscription with the masterclasses. But what I found so interesting is the triggers that statement raised in me personally, and that's why I'm interested to know how your reaction to that statement was. And if you haven't answered the question, please go back and just answer, because I think it's interesting to have this kind of dialogue. I think it's really interesting for us to understand that whatever happens in life, we are 100% responsible for our lives. And I always say this, and every time I say this, there's a part of me, there's a little niggling part of me that's kind of screaming, no, it's not fair. How can I be 100% responsible for my life? Things happen to me and blah, 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 blah. And I always have to remind myself that when we are talking about taking 100% responsibility for our lives, it really is about understanding that we may not be able to control external circumstances and situations, and shit happens, right? But what we always have the ability to do is to check how we are behaving, check how we are responding and reacting to those external things. And it's one of the topics I love so much, because as I'm going deeper in my own personal self-discovery journey, as I work closer and closer with more and more clients, I am realizing that truly the main issue is us, how we are the ones limiting ourselves in many ways. And it's one of the hardest things to accept. It's one of the hardest things to identify, to even address, because it's so subtle. No one really decides that, you know what, I'm gonna go out today and make a complete mess of my life. We don't go out deliberately wanting to actually mess things up in our lives. But there is something that goes on the inside of us that almost we can't help but mess things up for our lives, or help but stand in our own way. And this is what I mean by triggers. This is why I asked you a question. When you read that post, what was your initial thought? What went through your mind? And it's often the very first thing that comes to our mind that is really the essence of what our subconscious mind is trying to communicate to us. And so I want to suggest that this weekend, let's get into a very introspective mode of looking at our lives, looking at where we are right now, and figuring out, are we standing in our own way? Are we actually the reason why we are not where we need to be? And I often talk about, and I think I mentioned it in the last post or in the last videos, but I often talk about taking 100% responsibility for your life. And that doesn't mean you are responsible for all of the things that happen in your life. What it means is that you are responsible for how you choose to deal with those things that happen in your life. And I'm studying at the moment a lot about self-sabotage, what it is, the psychological effects, the root causes, and it's really, really fascinating. It's caused me to look very, very deep into my own life and to see my own self-sabotaging behaviors. And trust me, there are a lot. And I'm hoping that, with the information that I'm learning, I can come out with something very comprehensive to help you guys if you are feeling like you are struggling. Of course, we have a masterclass up on the Glow Getter Box about overcoming self-sabotage. The very book of the quarter for the summer edition was all about, overcoming self-sabotage. So if you want to know a little bit about it, or if you want some insights, feel free to subscribe or get the book or whatever. But this weekend, I think we should go on a self-discovery journey together. Are you up for that? If you are, let me know, and I will get some journal prompts ready for us that we can work through the weekend and share our insights, aha moments, breakthrough moments, and anything else going on. So let me know if that would be of interest to you.